Well, we've been talking for about 4 things that will help you overcome fear, anxiety, and worry. Very first week, we talked about why do we have fear, anxiety, and worry, and what do we need to do with it. Last week, we talked about having faith over fear. That fear is simply a misplaced trust. We all have lost our keys, or we thought we've lost our keys. You didn't lose them. You just misplaced them. Same is true as many times we have simply just misplaced our faith. We've put it in the wrong thing. Today, I want to talk about walking with a lean. How many hate math? Sure, like, someone's about to fight already. But you know, I actually enjoy math, and this is the reason why I enjoy math. All of our math enjoyers. Is because 4 plus 7 is always 11. It's never 12, and it's never 10. It's always the same thing every single time. If you're in Japan, 4 plus 7 is 11. If you're in Australia, 4 plus 7 is 11. If you're here in the United States, 4 plus 7 is always 11. Same thing is true. Is every one of us that have dealt with fear, anxiety, or worry, there's one solution. For every fear, worry, or anxiety you may have, and all the different complexities of them. It's not different from one person to the next person. It's the same solution. Put your trust in God. I know it sounds cliche. It may even sound like just sort of meaningless or insignificant, like, oh, that's a little nice answer. But the truth is, we must trust God with all of our heart. We can't lean upon our own understanding. How many ever have tried to use your left hand when you're a right-handed person? Crazy awkward at first. But the same thing is true in life, is when we've put our trust in our fears, our anxieties, our worries, at first it's really easy to do, but when you have to no longer lean upon your own understanding and have to lean or trust in the Lord, it's awkward at first. It's hard, it's challenging. You're like, that doesn't feel right. Why? Because you and I have put so much confidence and trust in what we know, in what we feel, in what we think. Let's be honest, we think we understand. We're like, no, I got this. I can handle this. I can overcome this. Let me propose today to all of us that you're no match for any of your fears, no matter how small or how big they may seem. You're no match for your anxieties or your worries. Let's be honest. You've tried everything to overcome it already. And what you've been doing is you've been leaning on your own understanding. Your understanding can't be the solution. 4 plus 7 can't be 12. And what happens is we think, well, I will overcome it this time. I'll just try it one more time. I'll work a little bit harder. I'll be a little bit better. I'll just choose to mind over matter it. But the reality is this: we can't lean upon our own understanding. It will always fail. It'll always come short. But what we must do, and always is the right answer, we must trust the Lord with all of our heart. That's the challenge. Trusting God with all of your heart. Not part of it. I mean, let me give you an example. When you enter into marriage, no one is making a decision. You're there, priest is there, the minister is there, you're getting ready to get married and begin to say the vows. And the husband's like, I love you for better, for worse. Sickness and health, and you go through your vows, and the wife's like, I love you on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays and every other Sunday. And you're like, Oh, yeah, sign me up for that. That sounds great. What's happening on Mondays and Fridays? Oh, yeah, I'm with my other boyfriend. I know it sounds crazy and ridiculous, but this is what we do when we lean upon our own understanding and we don't trust God with all of our heart. What we're saying to God is, God, I'll deal with this fear, this anxiety, this worry, but this, I'll give this part to you. See, you can't really overcome anything in life, including your fears, your anxiety, and your worry, by trusting God with part of your heart. It requires all of it. All the fractured parts. All the parts you said, I tried that before and it didn't work. Could it be that it didn't work because you only gave part of your heart and not all of it? Same way that marriage doesn't work if you only give part of yourself. It's the same way that overcoming fear, anxiety, and worry can't happen by you just giving part of your heart and leaning upon what you understand and know. See, I think many times we're short-sighted and limited in our view and our perspective. And so therefore, the only wise solution is for us to trust God with all of our heart, because He knows the true solution of how to overcome your fear, your anxiety, and your worry. Next week as we gather, I want to talk about how to have the power to say no and how to get things to go.